Welcome to Lalibela, home to some of the oldest churches in Africa, carved directly into rock over 800 years ago. But this is just the beginning. In this journey through Ethiopia, we start here in Lalibela, then head into the extreme landscapes of the Danakil Depression. After that, we explore the historic city of Harar, and finally, we travel south into the Omo Valley to meet some of the most fascinating tribes in Africa. This is Ethiopia, raw, diverse and unforgettable. Good morning guys and welcome to Addis Ababa. Yeah, I arrived 2 days ago to Addis Ababa and now I'm prepping myself up to start a Ethiopia journey with my friend Gino and other people. He created a big group and tomorrow we will start the journey throughout Ethiopia. So our first stop is Lalibela, and after Lalibela we will go to Danakil Desert, one of the hottest places on earth. And after Danakil we go to Harar, which is nearby, and after Harar we will go to the Omo Valley to see a couple of tribes there. So I'm super excited, yeah. But I have to tell you, my first 48 hours were really amazing. I've met a lot of interesting people here, especially my friend Brooke, who helped me a lot organizing myself on the first day, getting a cab and stuff like this, and also invited me to an engagement party, an Ethiopian engagement party. That was also for me something totally new, and I was so overwhelmed that people are so open, and I was barely, let's say, I don't know, I was 6 hours in the country and I was already invited to an engagement party, and yeah, welcomed so good that I'm speechless. Yeah, so the beginning of the journey here was pretty good, and yeah. So tomorrow we will start with Lalibela. We're now waiting for the other people to join us. They're coming from Romania, and yeah, super excited. Good morning, guys. This is my third day now in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. Gino came 2 days ago, and now we have changed the hotel. We met with all the other guys. They came here last night from Romania, and now we are good to go to Lalibela. Yeah, now we're packing up. We're gonna leave our stuff here, so I'm just gonna travel with my equipment and bag full of money and just a couple of clothes, because we're gonna be there 1 day maybe. Yeah, just 1 day. We fly today in and we fly tomorrow out back to Addis Ababa, and yeah, so that's the plan for today, to visit Lalibela straight out of the airplane. Never done something like this, so super excited. Yeah, Lalibela, as you know, there are 11 or 15 churches that are built by the 11th to 12th century, I think, and they are very famous here within the Orthodox Ethiopian Christian community. And St. George is the most famous church there, and Gino has a drone, so probably we'll fly over it with a drone. So super excited about this. And yeah, that's it. So let's go. Yeah, we have arrived at the domestic terminal, because there's the international terminal and also the domestic terminal for the flights into the country. Now let's wait for the group. You ready? You ready, huh?
Ready.
Ready? Ready?
Yes.
Yes, you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
we
good.
Are ready.
That's good.
For Ethiopia.
Okay.
She's born already.
Yeah, nice.
New adventure.
Okay. Yeah, we made it through the security check-in and it was exhausting. Again, another security checkup after the first one. You enter the airport and then the second one, which is to me totally unnecessary here in Addis Ababa at the domestic terminal. And then the lady asks you again, you know, what do you have in your bag? How many cameras? How many this? And this is where I really get upset. So I don't get it. But okay, these are the procedures. So just to let you know, when you're coming here, you have to go to all this security twice. And it's exhausting. But now I'm looking forward to the flight. And also what my friend Gino told me is, like, you have to separate your bag, the electronics, so they can clearly see them, because they have old scanners and the old scanners see only a bunch of electronical things. And that's why they always ask. And so that's what he said, like, put a t-shirt and then put another electronical part up on it, and then they won't ask you. My name is Nenad.
Nenad.
And you are Moni, right? Monica?
Yeah, yeah.
Moni, okay. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Very.
Me too.
Yeah.
Super excited to see the church in the ground, right?
Yeah, Lalibela.
Lalibela, yeah.
Wonderful.
I've saw so many documentaries.
Amazing, yes.
Yeah.
Amazing place.
Yeah. Yeah, as you see, the airport is quite modern. It's also one of the busiest airports in Africa. There are so many flights you can catch here to other African countries. Addis Ababa is the hub in Africa. If you want to travel to Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, it doesn't matter where. They have flights, even Madagascar. Yeah. Now we're gonna wait here. And then I think over there, this is our plane. I think an ATR or a Dashing. And yeah, these are the small local airplanes for the local flights.
You go first.
Selam. 16J. Flying to Lalibela, I couldn't stop looking out of the window. The view was unreal. You really start to see how diverse Ethiopia is. Mountains, valleys and huge empty spaces in between. It feels wild, untouched, and somehow it makes you realize how big this country really is. From the airplane was amazing. I mean, incredible landscape. All these canyons, so huge. Now we are going to the hotel, drop off the luggage, and then straight to see the churches.
Okay.
So your name is Fikrud, right?
Yeah, my name is Fikru, Fikru. I will be your guide for the Lalibela Rock-Hewn churches. So welcome to the Lalibela airport. It is about 1,800 meters, whereas the town is 2,600.
So Fikrud, what is the biggest gathering here for festivals at Lalibela? It's Christmas or?
Christmas is one of the biggest gathering, because there is a Billy Bzat, the Lalibela Rock-Hewn church, the recreation of Jerusalem.
Okay.
And every Ethiopian Orthodox Christian has to come to Lalibela at least once in a lifetime. So you can imagine how important it is. So we expect over 1 million pilgrims during the Ethiopian Christmas time. Of course, we have also Epiphany.
1 million. Wow.
Yeah, over 1 million.
Over 1 million.
So we have also another big gathering like Tumkats, which is the Ethiopian Epiphany, which is on the 7th of January.
Okay.
We still have also lots of gatherings. But Christmas is the biggest one.
When is Christmas for you guys?
The 7th of January is Ethiopian Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
And people as far as Gondar, Bahar Dar or Tigray, they walk all the way to Lalibela.
Oh, wow.
So you can imagine how,
They walk all the way to Lalibela from where?
Of course, this time, like people who can afford to pay for transport, like car, they may fly or drive.
Wow.
But the one in the countryside, even if they can afford, they still prefer to walk than driving or flying.
Wow.
So like a week or 2 weeks to be here, walk. Even some with bare feet.
Bare feet, wow. That's incredible, huh?
Yeah, because there is a belief that pilgrims to Lalibela, they share the same blessing as pilgrims to Jerusalem. So it's a holy place, like second Jerusalem.
So it's the Hajj for the Christians
like Muslims
here.
go to Mecca.
But
and churches are still functioning. Every day, every morning, churches are open for service. So this is a living place. And never been abandoned, even for a single day, always in use.
Oh wow!
It's not only the church, and it's also active.
It's interesting to see that because the Orthodox Christians in East Europe, not everyone celebrates the Christmas on the 7th. So many have adapted to the 25th to the new calendar. You are still having the old calendar.
We still have the Julian calendar.
Julian calendar.
The 25th is for the Gregorian. But we still remain with the Julian calendar and celebrate on the 7th of January.
Yeah, it's the same for. Serbians as well, so Serbians, Russians, Georgian, I think Macedonian as well, and Montenegro,
And the Coptic in Egypt.
Coptic Egypt, okay.
The Eastern Orthodox Church is like the Armenia, Syria.
Thank you. Thanks. Sorry, what is the name of the drink here?
Honey juice, honey wine.
Honey juice?
Yes, honey and water.
Honey and water. Oh, nice. Very, very tasty. Thanks. Wow, look at this hotel. Very beautiful. Guys, look at this room. It's incredible. I mean, I'm speechless. And the view is amazing. The view, I'm speechless. It's heaven on earth. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, so we got blessed by the priest now. Now we are entering the holy site here of Lalibela. Let me give you a short overview of the Lalibela area. We're currently at the northwestern cluster, where we're gonna start at the Bete church, and we are going all the way down to the Bete Giyorgis church, or the St. George church. This is for today, and for tomorrow we will go to the southeastern cluster, start at the Bete Gabriel and Raphael church.
So welcome to the Lalibela Rock-Hewn churches. In Ethiopian history, we've had 3 different dynasties or periods. The first one is the Aksumite, and during the time the capital was Aksum, which is further north. And the second one is the Zagwe, and during the Zagwe period the capital was Roha. Roha is the old name of this town, the name Lalibela taken after the king, and then Gondar. But this time we mainly talk about the Zagwe. So that dynasty has ruled the country for about 333 years, which is from the beginning of 11 to the end of 12. And during that time there was about 11 kings. Among those, Lalibela was the one. So Lalibela is the name of a person who was a king from 1150 to 1190. In sequence, he was the ninth among the 11. And during his time, he carved out these marvelous Rock-Hewn churches here in Ethiopia. So what's really special or unique about the Lalibela Rock-Hewn churches, they're not above the ground. They're not built up, rather carved out and below the ground. So in that case, the level of the ground is the roof for the church. So imagine that was the level of the ground. They dug down, detached all sides, and then through the doors, they hollowed it, or they went all the way up. So imagine if it was built up, they could have started from the base. You have the base, the wall, the roof at the end. But in this case, totally the other way around.
Opposite, yeah.
So opposite. So means the level of the ground is the roof for the church, or they all are below the level of the ground. In general, the technique is unique or extraordinary engineering. It is negativity, taking the material out. So it means they didn't brought any material to the site, rather taking the material out. So it's like sculpture. So in this case, you have to be good in measurement, good in mathematics, good in geometry, because there is no room for mistake. A single mistake damage everything. So you can see, from this point of view, you can tell that back in the 12th century, people in Ethiopia had a great knowledge of measurement, geometry, and mathematics. So that's really a special feature of the Lalibela churches. By the way, they all are recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage since 1978. So it's UNESCO's World Heritage Site. So the canopy that we see is from UNESCO. So the idea is, because the nature of the rock is permeable and porous, so the idea is to preserve the churches. So some of them are protected with canopy. And the other thing, they all are connected or networked each other by tunnels and trenches. So one can go from church to church either through a tunnel or through a trench without going out. So from Medhanialam to Mariam, or from Mariam to the next church, you don't have to go out. You can go through the tunnels and trenches. So they all are connected each other or networked by tunnels and trenches. And those tunnels and trenches are with dual purpose. One, like a passage to pass through, at the same time to let the water out. Imagine it's below the level of the ground, but flood never been an issue. So it always flows down to the gorge. The way how they carved the tunnel and the trenches also following the slope of the rock. It's always slanting down. So flood never been an issue at all.
Yeah, so the lady here behind me, as you see, she will take care of our shoes, because here when you go inside you have to take off shoes. And also, as you saw, people kiss the ground before entering the church. Just a personal question. So back then, do you think the people went to get themselves educated in Egypt? Because over there is also a strong knowledge of building pyramids and working with stone. And then they came here.
Any historical evidence to confirm whether they had. Of course, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church was part of the Coptic Church in Egypt.
Okay.
Since Christianity was introduced till 1950, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church was part of the Coptic Church in Egypt. But there was no any confirmation that they brought any
knowledge from there.
Yeah, we strongly believe that it was Ethiopians. Okay. Lalibela and his people behind these marvelous Rock-Hewn churches.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
because this church, by the way, Rock-Hewn church is unique for Ethiopia. Nowhere else in the world. There are temples in India, chapels in Cappadocia, but not church.
Yeah.
So Rock-Hewn church is unique tradition for Ethiopia. If you go further north in Tigray, you can see Rock-Hewn churches as early as 5th-6th century AD.
Wow.
And then developed. And the 12th century was the climax stage of Rock-Hewn churches. From 1882, the second European person to visit the Lalibela Rock-Hewn churches, a French traveler, did this sketch. So the sketch, you see, before the restoration, you see part of the pillars collapsed. So he was the first. The first one was Alvarez from Portuguese, and this is the second traveler who visited the Lalibela Rock-Hewn churches.
The graveyard?
Yes, it used to be burial chamber. You look at here, it's like coffin. In the 1950s, they took the bones out and left them empty. And look at it. These are the original pillars. So you can see that.
Oh, this is the burial site here, crazy. Bete Medane Alem is the name of this church.
So we have all the same road.
We will remove as well.
You see how most of the
How did you like it?
Yes.
Was good?
Oh, good.
Where are you from?
Italy.
Italy. Ciao.
Ciao.
So it's your first church? You started also
Yes,
here?
it's the first.
Cool. Nice. Nice to meet you, yeah.
Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you too.
Nice to meet you. It's super dark here, super mystical. Wow. These are the sticks from the priests. You can see him here. Here is the priest. Salam, salam. Our next stop brings us to Bete Mariam, one of the oldest and most revered churches in Lalibela. Imagine what kind of work this was, to carve out all this stone and bring it away. I mean, back then you didn't have the tools that you have today to carve something like this out. As you can see here, also you have a swastika in this church. So first time I see a swastika here in the church, but as you can see, or as you saw maybe from my older videos from Iran, there is also swastikas in the Islam. So not only Christianity like here, Islam has swastika and Buddhism as well. Bete Mariam is often considered the oldest of all Rock-Hewn churches in Lalibela, and many believe it was the first one completed. Dedicated to the Virgin Mary, it quickly became one of the most important spiritual centers in the region. Inside, the details tell their own story: ancient frescoes, faded but still visible, carved pillars, and symbolic motifs that reflect centuries of devotion. Every surface feels alive with history, and yet, this is not a museum.
two churches under the same roof known as Michael and Golgotha.
It's super hard to walk around here. You always have to be careful. Inside Bete Michael and Bete Golgotha, everything suddenly felt different. The spaces were much smaller, more intimate, almost hidden compared to the larger churches of Lalibela. But what truly stood out were the carvings. Along the walls you can see figures of saints carefully carved into the stone, standing in silence for centuries. These aren't just decorations. They are believed to represent some of the most important figures in Ethiopian Christianity, possibly even the 12 apostles. Yeah, now we are moving to the next church, and here you have to hold yourself. Oh, you need help? She's laughing because she's a local. She knows how it goes here. She's from here. Thank you. 100.
I see. Just
I'll give you 100.
it's a friend.
Thank you.
Actually, we are German student.
You study German?
Student, Deutsch student.
Ah, wow,
Yeah.
sehr gut.
Ja. Wer ist du?
Nenad. Und du?
Nenad.
Nenad, ja.
Und mir Ich heiße Desilal.
Desilal?
Ja.
Oh, freut mich.
Schöner Name.
Schöner Name, ja.
Ja.
Hier cross.
In welcher Stadt
Thank you,
wohnst
thank
du
you.
in Russland?
Ja, Karlsruhe.
Was?
Karlsruhe.
Das ist neu für mich.
Ja, das ist neu. Das ist eine kleine Stadt. Also,
Ja, ich weiß.
ist nicht Frankfurt.
Ich weiß, ich nicht Frankfurt. Ich kenne
Er weiß, wo Frankfurt ist.
Ja, ich kenne ein bisschen aus das Buch.
Aha,
Ja,
super.
ja, ja. München, Köln, ja?
Aha.
Weißt du?
Ja, ja. Köln, Köln, Köln.
Ja. Köln, Köln.
Köln, Köln, Köln.
Ja.
Köln, Köln.
Ja.
Ja,
hier.
Köln,
Ja,
Köln,
ja,
Köln,
ja.
Köln.
Köln.
Köln. Genau, genau. Sehr gut.
Genau.
Yeah, we finally made it here to the St. George Church. This is the most picturesque church here. All the pictures you see from Lalibela are mostly from this church. So
Yeah, the point is here when you're on your way to the church, there are a bunch of kids coming and approaching you and offering you some services, like giving you as a present a cross. Like these two students, they've been learning German and they wanted some help from me. So obvious, it's that. Yeah, they want to sell you a book, you know, in a nice way, and I gave them a little bit of money. I didn't buy any book, because I don't want to carry a book with me, and everything is available online nowadays. Yeah. Now Gino is gonna fly a drone. Nice.
Yeah, first time.
First time, cool.
Time in Lalibela, flying a drone.
Yeah, the thing is, Gino tried to fly before but didn't get the approval. It takes a lot of time to get the approval. I think 2 months in advance you have to.
This time, 2 months. Typically 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah? But it's better, you recommend, right, to do it 2 months in advance, yeah?
The sooner the better.
The sooner the better, yeah.
The church is called St. George or Bete Giyorgis. The last one to be made. Imagine that was the level of the ground. They dug for about 15 meters down, detached all sides, and then through the doors they went all the way up. Of course, from inside, not as has the outside one, much smaller, because the roof is very thick and has got also a very thick plinth, and has got 12 open windows, 9 blind windows, and 3 doors. And the most sophisticated detail of this church is the thickness of the wall. It's thicker at the bottom, or it tapers up, like the pyramids in Egypt, and this is more stable. So St. George, look at the corners, how exact they are.
It's amazing.
Bete Giyorgis, probably the most picturesque church in whole of Lalibela. Carved in the shape of a perfect cross, this church stands isolated from the others, almost like it was placed here with intention. It's believed to have been built in the late 12th or early 13th century, during the reign of King Lalibela. According to local legend, the king had a vision of St. George, who asked why no church had yet been dedicated to him. Like the others in Lalibela, Bete Giyorgis wasn't constructed. It was carved entirely out of a single block of volcanic rock, from the top down. A process that required incredible precision, skill and devotion.
Wow. Here is a bed. This is where probably the priests or the people who guard the church sleep. Yeah, these are former graves, like you saw at the first church. People throw in something inside. It's crazy. I cannot imagine that this church has been carved out of this hole. Super incredible. I mean, I haven't seen something like this in my life. Yeah, let's go inside the church. Salam. This is the priest who's guarding here the St. George's Church. He's having his cross. The priest was so kind to get his special dress and put it on for the picture here to look at even way better than just a white dress. And this looks amazing. I kiss the cross of the priest. It's also a sign of respect here in this church, and yeah, I love the vibe here with all this really old, ancient way of keeping the tradition of Christianity here. I mean, it has something mystical. I don't know. It's really how to say, so old. It's incredible. I don't know any site in Europe where something like this exists, you know, and all these priests here inside the church kind of makes it super special. Yeah. So it's definitely an UNESCO site that you have to visit, and I recommend everyone to come here and visit this place. I mean, it's incredible. It's definitely a world wonder, I would say. You could really say it's a world wonder. I mean, carved out churches. I cannot tell you where this exists, only here in Ethiopia, in Lalibela.
And if you come here, you can also see a cupola over the city. Look at Roxana, she's standing there. Just behind the curtain, she's a dome. Sitting behind the curtain, high from the 16th century.
This picture? Oh,
Yes.
wow, from the 16th century.
16th.
16th century.
There's a picture of St. George screaming as a dragon.
Yes.
And the rescued lady called Beruta, she's the one protected by St. George from the dragon.
Yes.
So he's from the 16th.
Wow. And this one is new, right? This one.
That's a new one.
That's a new one, okay. Yeah, you cannot see here the picture really. I mean, it's very old, it needs restoration. Super fragile, but amazing. And here is the St. George's cross, as you can see.
Your job? What your work? Your job?
Filming.
Me, I'm grade 8. I want to be dentist, study dentist.
Dentist, wow, very good.
Me, I'm grade 6 student. I want to be teacher.
Teacher, wow.
Me, I'm grade 5 student. I want to be doctor. Me, animal doctor.
Wow, very
She
good.
is my sister.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, this is wedding. I mean, when people have wedding, then they do stuff like this. They drive around and do stuff like this. Now let me give these girls a little bit of money. They want to become dentists, teachers. Here for you, become a dentist. You become a teacher.
Thank you.
And you buy a book, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, yeah?
Thank you. You are very kind. Thank you.
And just like that, the day slowly came to an end. We found ourselves in a small coffee shop in Lalibela, sitting down, having a couple of drinks, and replaying everything we had just experienced. It was the perfect moment to pause and take it all in, because Lalibela is not just a destination, it's an experience that stays with you. Good morning, guys, and welcome to a brand new day here from Lalibela. Yeah, yesterday was a very beautiful day, and I have to say I was overwhelmed of the visit at the Lalibela site. I mean, where all the churches are, especially with the St. George church at the end. And the churches before, I mean, they were really tremendous. And today it's going to be a similar schedule. So we're going to go and see 6 other churches on another site, because there are another couple of churches to see. I have to say, for me it was enough. But as I'm here, I want to definitely see the rest of them and yeah, enjoy the moment here. But usually I would now combine something different for you guys. I would walk around here downtown, meet the people, the locals. That's actually what also I love enjoying when traveling. but we have to skip it since I'm traveling in a group. So far my first time being in a group journey. Usually I'm alone and I hire guides and go by myself, but here the prices are definitely over the top if you go alone. So yeah, but this group is very good. It's a small group and we're quite getting well along with each other. And yeah, happy now to experience the next day. Tomorrow we will fly to Danakil, to the Afar region, and gonna start our journey over there to see the hottest place on earth, or one of the hottest places on earth. That's also what I'm excited about. But yeah, tough schedule, so we fly back today back to Addis and then stay overnight, and then 3 a.m. we have to wake up and then catch the flight at 6 a.m. to the Afar region to Semera. Let's get the day started, guys, and let's experience another beautiful day here in Ethiopia.
Our first stop didn't feel like a church at all. Bete Gabriel and Raphael looks more like a fortress, hidden behind the trenches and connected by a narrow bridge. Some believe this was once a royal residence, long before it became a sacred space.
This is the side of Gabriel. As you can see him, this is the Archangel Gabriel. And this is the priest here. We have also another priest who's here watching. And this side is Raphael, but Raphael is not that finished. I mean, yeah, you can see the Archangel Raphael.
It's long, so we'll have a look at Bethlehem, pass through the tunnel to the next church, Mercurius. So the 30 meters tunnel symbolize hell, inferno.
And people used to live here or no?
Hermits.
Hermits.
Religious people used to live here.
Ah, okay, religious people.
But not anymore, because the area become touristic.
Yeah.
Quite as old days.
Okay, but when you were young,
yes,
it was normal,
I
yeah?
remember hermits in here.
Wow.
Quiet, less populated.
Ah, that must be interesting, yeah. And it's similar to Sadhu people who stay at temples in India. Okay, now we're entering the tunnel. Right hand on the wall, yeah? Right hand to the ceiling. Wow. Yeah, it's pitch black. I don't see anything. There is the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, watch out here. There's a little brick, a little.
It was a crazy experience, guys. I'm telling you, this was super scary. Salam. Now I have to climb up here. Hey! Man in the hole. This is the hole where you come out.
So here is another church called Mercurius.
Mercurius.
And this symbolizes heaven, you know, after the tunnel.
Okay. After the hell, heaven comes, okay.
Bete Mercurius is one of the more unusual structures in Lalibela. Unlike the other Rock-Hewn churches, its purpose is still debated. Some believe this was once a prison, later turned into a church. Next we reached Bete Emmanuel, and this one immediately felt different. More refined, more detailed, almost like it was built for someone important. Historians believe it may have been part of a royal compound during the time of King Lalibela. The patterns on the walls, the symmetry, the precision, everything here feels intentional. Like this wasn't just a church, it was a statement. Once we went inside the church, it was too dark to film.
The second prettiest church here of all the churches, because of the light and yeah, the structure itself, I would say. Pretty amazing after the St. George. That's my second favorite here. Oh wow, look at this.
What you had here.
Yeah.
Totally online. Let's come.
This
This
is
is Abba Libanus.
Abba Libanus.
Abba meaning father.
Uh-huh.
Libanus is the name of saint. The way how they carved this church is very different from Emmanuel. In Emmanuel case, they started from the front and cut down. But in this case, they started from the front, went all the way back. It touched all sides. So all sides are separated, but the roof remains to the mother rock. So it's like a church in a cave.
After exploring all the churches, we headed back to our car.
Congratulations. We wish you all the best, yeah? Wish you all the best.
But on the way, something unexpected happened. We met a wedding couple and ended up taking a few photos with them. After that, we drove back to the airport and caught our flight back to Addis Ababa. Thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. I see you in the next episode.